Who would have thought that behind the sweet smile and comedic personality of Kim Seokjin, aka Jin of BTS, lies a dark side that has been hidden from the public all this time? Shocking information that has just leaked from internal sources at Big Hit Entertainment reveals startling facts about BTS's eldest member, who apparently often shows anger and harshness toward his 6 group mates. Even more surprising, this behavior is not without reason, and its impact has even made golden maknae Jungkook cry uncontrollably. The dark secret hidden behind Jin BTS's smile. For years, BTS fans around the world have fallen in love with Jin's cheerful, humorous personality, always able to lighten the mood with his silly antics. However, an in-depth investigation conducted over the past 6 months reveals another side of BTS's eldest member that contrasts sharply with his public image. Several production staff who have worked with BTS admit that Jin has a temperament that is very easily triggered, especially when it comes to matters related to professionalism and dedication to the group. First reason: obsession with performance perfection. One of the main reasons why Jin often shows anger toward other members is his obsession with the group's performance perfection. As the member who serves as BTS's visual, Jin feels he has a great responsibility to ensure that every group performance looks perfect in the public eye. This is not only limited to his own appearance, but also the appearance of all BTS members. According to information obtained from internal sources, Jin often checks other members' appearances before appearing on camera or on stage. If something doesn't meet his standards, from messy hair, imperfect makeup to ill-fitting costumes, Jin doesn't hesitate to reprimand with a high tone. Hyung can immediately get angry if someone's appearance isn't okay. He says, "We represent BTS, so we must always look perfect," revealed one of the styling staff who had worked with the group. Jin's perfectionist attitude even makes some members feel intimidated. V, known for his unique and sometimes eccentric fashion style, has several times appeared uncomfortable when Jin criticizes his outfit choices. In a behind-the-scenes video that went viral on social media, Jin was seen firmly asking V to change the accessories he was wearing because they were deemed unsuitable for the established concept. Second reason: excessive control over schedule and routine. Jin is known as a member who is very disciplined when it comes to schedules and routines. As the eldest member, he feels responsible for ensuring that all members follow the established schedule and carry out routines well. However, his excessive controlling attitude often causes friction with other members, especially those who have more flexible and spontaneous characters. A source from within Big Hit Entertainment revealed that Jin has a habit of checking other members' activities and giving advice that sometimes seems like orders. For example, when a member is late to the practice studio, Jin will immediately ask for the reason for the delay with an unfriendly tone. "Hyung is like our second manager. He always checks what we're doing, what time we sleep, what we eat, down to the smallest details," revealed one of the junior members in an informal conversation. Third reason: extremely high standards of professionalism. As a member who has spent years in the entertainment industry, Jin has extremely high standards of professionalism. He expects every member to always give their best in every aspect of their work, from vocals, dance, to attitude in front of the camera. However, expectations that are too high often make other members feel pressured and afraid to make mistakes. In a practice session that was secretly recorded, Jin was seen harshly reprimanding J-Hope for being considered not giving maximum energy in choreography. "You're the main dancer. How can you not perfect such movements? Fans pay expensive to watch us perform. How can we give half-hearted effort?" Jin snapped with a high tone that made the practice atmosphere tense. Fourth reason: jealousy over other members' popularity. One of the most surprising and controversial reasons is the indication that Jin sometimes feels jealous of other members' popularity, especially Jungkook and V, who have very large fan bases. Although Jin also has loyal fans, the level of popularity and attention received by some other members sometimes makes him feel underappreciated. A Big Hit Entertainment insider, who requested not to be named, revealed that Jin often shows passive-aggressive behavior when other members get more attention from media or fans. When a member is trending on social media or gets more spotlight, Hyung likes to make sarcastic comments like, "Wow, great." Popularity can indeed buy everything, or comments that make the atmosphere awkward, the source revealed. Fifth reason: The incident that made Jungkook cry. The most shocking revelation comes from an incident that occurred during a recording session in late 2023, where Jin's anger reached its peak and made Jungkook cry uncontrollably. According to several witnesses present at the scene, the incident started when Jungkook made a minor mistake during vocal recording that required several retakes. A sound engineer who was present during the incident revealed the heartbreaking details. Jungkook was having a bit of trouble with the high note in one of their new songs. It's normal, happens to everyone. But Jin Hyung suddenly exploded. He started yelling about how Jungkook was being unprofessional and wasting everyone's time. The source recounted with visible emotion. Sixth reason. Control issues stemming from childhood trauma. Digging deeper into Jin's background reveals that his controlling and aggressive behavior may stem from childhood experiences that have never been publicly discussed. According to sources close to Jin's family, the BTS member had a difficult childhood marked by high expectations and emotional neglect from his parents, who were both successful professionals with little time for their children. A family friend who requested anonymity revealed that Jin's father was particularly demanding and often used harsh criticism as a form of motivation. Jin's father never accepted anything less than perfect. Even as a child, Jin was expected to excel in everything: academics, sports, music. When he didn't meet these standards, the punishment was severe, the source explained. Seventh reason. Fear of being replaced or forgotten. As the eldest member of BTS, Jin faces unique pressures that other members don't experience. At 31 years old, he is acutely aware of the age limitations in the K-pop industry and the constant influx of younger, more talented idols. This fear of being replaced or becoming irrelevant drives much of his aggressive behavior toward other members. Industry insiders reveal that Jin often expresses anxiety about his future in the group and the industry as a whole. He's constantly worried about being seen as the old one or the least talented member. This insecurity manifests as aggression toward younger members who he perceives as threats to his position, explained a former Big Hit Entertainment executive. Eighth reason. Unresolved mental health issues. Perhaps the most concerning aspect of Jin's behavior is the indication that he may be struggling with unresolved mental health issues that have never been properly addressed. The intense pressure of being in one of the world's most successful K-pop groups, combined with personal insecurities and childhood trauma, has reportedly taken a significant toll on his psychological well-being. A former Big Hit Entertainment counselor who worked with the group revealed that Jin was resistant to seeking help for his mental health struggles. He saw therapy as a sign of weakness and refused to engage with the support services provided by the company. He preferred to handle everything himself, which often meant lashing out at others, the source explained. The symptoms of Jin's mental health struggles are reportedly evident in his erratic behavior patterns. Staff members describe periods where Jin is exceptionally demanding and aggressive, followed by periods of withdrawal and depression. It's like he's on an emotional roller coaster. One day he's screaming at everyone, the next day he's barely speaking to anyone, described a production assistant. Ninth reason. Competition and comparison within the group. The competitive nature of the K-pop industry has created an environment where even members of the same group compete against each other, and Jin is no exception. Sources reveal that he constantly compares himself to other members and feels the need to assert his dominance to maintain his position within the group hierarchy. This competition is particularly intense between Jin and the younger members who have natural talents that he feels he lacks. Jin is always comparing himself to Jungkook's vocals, Jimin's dance skills, or V's stage presence. Instead of appreciating their talents, he sees them as threats, explained a former choreographer who worked with BTS. 10th reason. Substance abuse and addiction issues. One of the most shocking and closely guarded secrets about Jin is his struggle with substance abuse, which has significantly contributed to his aggressive behavior and mood swings. Multiple sources confirm that Jin has been using various substances to cope with the pressures of fame and his personal insecurities. A former Big Hit Entertainment security guard revealed that Jin was frequently seen in compromising situations involving alcohol and prescription medications. He would show up to practice obviously under the influence, but everyone was told to keep quiet about it. The company was terrified of a scandal, the source disclosed. 11th reason. Financial disputes and greed behind the scenes. Jin has been involved in numerous financial disputes with both the company and other members, revealing a greedy and manipulative side that contrasts sharply with his public image. Sources reveal that Jin has consistently pushed for a larger share of the group's profits, often at the expense of other members. A former Big Hit Entertainment accountant revealed that Jin frequently challenged the group's profit-sharing agreements and demanded special compensation for his contributions. He would argue that as the eldest member and the visual of the group, he deserved a larger percentage of the profits. He was never satisfied with the equal split, the source explained. 12th reason. Manipulation and emotional abuse. The most disturbing aspect of Jin's behavior is his systematic use of manipulation and emotional abuse to control other members and maintain his position within the group. Multiple sources describe a pattern of behavior that goes far beyond simple anger or frustration, revealing a calculated approach to psychological control. A former Big Hit Entertainment psychologist who worked with the group revealed that Jin exhibits classic signs of emotional abuse, including gaslighting, isolation tactics, and emotional manipulation. He would make other members question their own memories and perceptions, convince them that their concerns were invalid, and isolate them from support systems, the professional explained.